red. Artie! No, you're not. I'm just kidding.
Ah, I'm here. Yeah, Ether can. Ether is still like, still trying to call me. I'm there. Oh god. I just.
I'm here. I'm
out.
here. I already said that.
3 hosts. Couches. Twitch.
Yeah, just Ether. Ether's fine.
It's weird having
They're
to go.
awesome.
It's weird having to go fetch my own info.
Yeah.
Like, I usually have the. Yeah, I'll just have the permanent for the Discord. That was. Did you press? Okay, yeah.
All right.
And the cat's gone.
Alrighty, guys. I think it's my time to head out. So I will see you guys later.
Bye.
Have fun on the
Nugs.
podcast.
No one wants you.
Don't burn the house. Okay. Well, we're done now.
Nugget Man. Go on, Nugget Man. Love ya. I love how YouTube has this thing of remember that everybody sees what you write. That's all right. I have a thought that I must share when we reach there. It's a concern. That I must share when we reach. Because, I mean.
everyone, and welcome to Subject 4 Podcast. We're a fan-made podcast of the 863 series put on by the Matthias Channel. We are a fan-made podcast, and we basically talk about what they put on. But today, I am joined, my co-host, I'm so excited. I am joined by the 863 Systems over on Twitch. It is our one and only Ink Knight and Ether. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on being a host this week.
I'm a mod here, but being up here as a host from another podcast is also pretty cool.
Yeah, we're here to promote the crap out of it. If you are watching us on YouTube, their Twitch channel is in the description. I believe it is the first link in the description. I'm not too sure.
Airport and I are already spamming it too.
Airport, thank you guys so much.
The first link is
So you guys, we'll give you time right now. Click that, go subscribe. You guys are how many away of becoming affiliated on Twitch?
9.
I think it was like 9.
9 members. We can get 9 members from the Subject 4 podcast audience. We can definitely get that going.
For the people who are not aware of our content, basically we stream every Monday. Oh, or at least we plan on stream at least every single Monday to give you guys that punch, that last reminder that of what happened on the episode of the previous week. So Tuesday the new episode comes out and you don't have to like struggle, look through Reddit to look for your old notes to remember. We're there. The entire community of our stream is also there. We can all collectively remind each other of the big things, the little things, theories that we didn't get chance at the time to talk about. And after that, once we're done talking, that doesn't mean that the live stream is over. We kind of just chill.
That's usually when I come in.
Yeah, you usually don't catch us doing the thinking.
I never do. I always catch you guys when you guys are like, so we're just gonna chat. I'm all like, hi, I'm here. What do we want to talk about?
But yeah.
Also,
yeah,
we also give a chance for everybody from every Discord or Reddit or whatever,
really.
Anyone to bring up their theories, bring up theories they heard, as long as proper credits are given, more credits are due. But we give you all an opportunity to be like, hey, I saw this thing and I really wanted to talk about it. I wanted to get your opinion on this. Like,
yeah,
we kind of want to...
For one thing that, okay, this wasn't just inspired on 863 and the fact that I'm not the only one that needs a mental recap of what happened during the week, because, we're 2 walking amnesiacs. But it is pretty funny that on the chill time, we just kind of get to chit-chat about whatever comes up. No pressure to stick on a schedule. We do allow light mental health topics to be discussed. And for those who are minors, I'm sorry, but you're not allowed in, because cussing is allowed.
Ooh, yeah, this is why they're my
the
crowd.
The
dirty words, you say potty words.
we say the potty words. The potty word zone.
But also, if 863 Systems didn't give you the hint, and that we're walking amnesiacs, we try to answer questions that we can that's not, I guess, too far uncomfortable or any of that. We try to answer the questions as best we can.
Yeah. Like, I know the 2 people on the Q&A that asked us questions about D.I.D. You, like every single system is different. Feel free to come on over and get Ether's opinion on it too. Or if you didn't ask us something at the time, feel free to hop on there and just ask both systems. Because I'm pretty sure, I know from our system we have 200 people, and Ethers that has less than 100, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, just under 100.
Yeah, under 100. So there's size differences, there's differences in alters, even if they might be the same person up from the same source. Like all of these small differences, you're gonna get different answers from different systems. So if you want two different point of views, you can also hop on over and ask.
There's
It's
also different ways in how our communication works and that kind of thing. It's there are a lot of things that are different between
You
systems.
guys have an imagination. We don't have an imagination.
Well, and I was kind of talking to you guys earlier while we were playing the minding of the crafts. But we were kind of talking that, you know, D.I.D used to be called schizophrenia. But then when they figured out, no, these aren't voices in these people's heads, these are actual different people, and that's why you guys are a system. So anyone out there, neurotypical people, like myself, they're called systems because they work together as a system. And
Like
that
cogs in a
it used to be
machine.
called schizophrenia, and now it is now DID. But I mean, that change didn't happen until like the late 90s ish. So it's all
Yeah.
very, very new. And so it's
And it also has changed the label from multiple personality disorder to
Yeah.
dissociative identity disorder, because it's not a personality issue.
no.
It's a trauma issue.
Yeah. And it usually happens because of a fragmented trauma that caused the mind to fragment, especially when you are younger and you disassociate from that trauma. And so that's usually how that happens. And it could be very scary because you don't know that you are disassociating, you just have memory blocks. So but I'm very happy that you both of your systems are willing to be leaders in the community to basically because, you know, I hate saying I'm neurotypical because there is something seriously wrong with me, but
I mean, as long as you're not doing specific labels onto yourself, we just recognize that something
Yeah,
is not right. It's enough. in my
but you
opinion.
guys, it has to be hard. And one of the things that Matthias and his team is they bring all aspects of life, people from all walks of life together. And I applaud you. And I've even told you guys on personal level that I applaud you guys of your bravery, because it's something that could be made fun of, could be like, you're just faking it, you guys are crazy, you know, you're just demon possessed. Like, I can already think of all the things that people you're subject to, these insults. And
in
you
some old
guys
servers I was on, it would not be hard to find old messages of like one of our middles who is like very defiant.
Mhm.
Something,
What? Just go ahead.
something I want to say as a person who's been in a lot of other communities, and is a system. This is truly the first space that I have felt even the creators would view me as valid, and that is something I have not seen in a lot of other places. This is one of the very few times I know that I can openly discuss at least a little bit about, you know, having this disorder and having people, these characters that the creator made himself, like, and be like, I have that person in my head, and that person talks and does things for the system. Like, this is the first place I've been able to be like,
Not be ashamed of your interject. Yep, I feel that.
And
it's not.
I mean, you guys are also willing to educate. You guys are willing to become not only like, because like a lot of
You can talk
systems
about
want
it.
to be hidden, like stay in the shadows, don't tell anyone what we
Even
are.
I guess-
right now on Discord, people might have noticed that compared to the smaller days of the podcast, we stopped proxying as much. Honestly, we don't know. Like on the Minecraft server, sometimes we log in with we have not just the system skin, the beautiful inky black skin that everybody's familiar with. We also have different skins for our altars. Sometimes when we log in, we're just like, I should not be walking around with this skin because someone might see me and might judge me.
Yeah, no. I just go,
And, like,
oh, it's
sure, that's
inky.
I think the reason why we've never wanted to really hide as much is because of the amount of stigma that the mass public is indoctrinated to. Like it and how much misinformation is given to the public. Like it's scary and
Guys, I know
not
I
fair.
don't care how much people here might like horror movies. If you watch Split and believe that that's how D.I.D works, I will personally okay, for legal reasons and for actual serious reasons, this is a joke. But we will have to have a very serious talk if we figure out that you think that.
I mean,
'Cause
honestly,
we
I
had to
enjoyed
fight a lot
Split
of
as a
people.
story.
Me
Yeah,
too.
that's the thing.
As a
That's the
story.
thing.
And then I found out I was a system and I'm like, that's so much misinformation.
Yes, it
Like I knew
was.
it was so
Yeah.
much misinformation in the first place. Like I'm like, that's not what happens.
But you know
But
what?
it's a
It
horror
also got
movie.
people talking about it.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
got people interested in it. Like me personally, I knew about D.I.D because I have taken courses in psychology and got a little trained on it in the type of work that I work in. Because we had a foster kid who had D.I.D. So I learned about it, and like honestly, this was my education on like the best education I got was actually watching a system on YouTube and like how they go about their lives, how they organize their lives, what it's like to live their lives. And so I think like having you guys as leaders in our community, like do not be afraid. Anyone out there, you can, I know Inky, as long as you were respectful and you want to just be educated,
Yeah,
you
we
can
don't
ask them
mind.
any question you
Yep.
want. Basically,
Yep.
like, hey, like,
as long as you don't turn to us and are like, okay, how many littles do you have, and what
Yeah, don't
exactly
talk about the
happened to you
littles.
as a child? I understand it's fascinating to understand how much messed up stuff a person has to go through to become that hurt, but please don't ask don't ask that kind of stuff.
well, I mean, you wouldn't ask, like, if Matt was in the Discord server or something, you wouldn't immediately just ask about Luna and everything about
Yeah,
Luna.
or
So don't
Atticus.
ask about littles. Don't ask about, but you can ask them, like, you know, what is DID? Like, some people just don't know what that is, and it's and
I remember
how do I know
because
that
of
I don't
Plural
have
Kid.
it? And you know,
Yeah, I know because of Plural Kid, we had to, on the community server, we had to, quote unquote, fight a lot of newcomers who like just like saw bots typing or a message of a person popping up and then a bot replacing that message and got confused.
mm-hmm.
Completely understandable that you guys got confused if you saw the bot and were just like, what the heck is this? But sometimes other people in other servers actually got aggressive about it. I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to chill.
I was very new to Discord. I think it was around this time last year when I joined Discord servers. Like I used Discord to talk to people that I was gaming with, but I never joined a server. So I remember I was sitting in VC and somebody had a plural kit and it said bot. I was like, oh my gosh, a bot is talking to us, guys. And everyone yelled at me. And I was all like, what? It says bot next to their name. I was
At
so
that point,
clueless.
we had bashed the community around enough that if we started to actually get... I think... Wait.
That might have been you. I don't remember who it was. I think it was
It was at the time, it was us, because I'm like 99% sure there was no other system in that community server yet.
Yeah, I was all
when you
like,
joined.
there's a bot talking to me, guys. Like, do you guys see this?
We just heard, at that point, we have had the bot argument being brought up so much, we're like, okay, is this person just not knowledgeable, or are they gonna start saying that we're
No, the community
fake?
actually stood up for, if this was you, the community stood up for you and was all like, they have
at that point, we're like,
they have DID,
done.
and I was all like, Oh, so they're like,
I
so
have-
they
I
talk
I
through a
remember
bot.
that airport. Airport just brought up that at one point someone impersonated Wilbur. Like straight up. If the messages are still there, you can. I don't suggest you look it up because it's kind of sad for the person who tried to impersonate us. But imagine Wilbur
I remember you
is
telling me the story.
yeah. I'm just very chillingly. Wilbur's just like it's like midnight. Our parents think we're asleep, and we're just typing away on the general chat. And Wilbur's proxying, and suddenly these messages of just like same name with a slightly amplified picture just like started popping up, and like he was panicking about the name. He even tried changing the name, and whatever this was like catching up, and he forgot to look for the bot tag because it wasn't there. And airport is just like, hey, your picture's slightly augmented. And I'm like scrolling back, and I'm just like, I don't remember sending this. What the heck is going on? Took us like 5 to 10 minutes to just press on the profile picture in panic and be like, oh, wait, this is not a bot. This has an actual Discord tag at the end
No.
with the numbers. Hey, Justin, someone's impersonating us.
Yeah, the good
Immediately
times
got
on
the
the
boot.
community server. Well,
miss that
I
place.
do want to thank you guys again for co-hosting with me on this episode. But we're gonna have to dive in because we do have a sponsor on this episode. We are, and I'm really excited. Well, kind of excited, but also sad. We are sponsored.
Yeah. Question: as soon as the sound comes back, can I just say one thing that popped up in the chat that
What's
I
that?
feel the need to discuss? Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay, so before okay, yeah. So beautiful. Seriously, go check out Squatters posters. They're friggin' awesome. But I saw now in the chat that there's someone asking if Matt and his team will ever. I do want to heavily remind everybody in this community that Matt, Bailey, and team in general have like mentioned multiple times. Half of the times because we kind of asked Artemis multiple times to go talk to Matt about it. But mental health topics will never be mentioned in that way in this series. This series about the mystery, about having fun. It is not about mental illness, nor about diving into someone's psyche about whatever possible mental health damage it might have happened. And I've seen the discussion multiple times about what might be healthy and what might not be healthy. Uh, from my understanding, it's okay to talk about post-traumatic stress disorder. It is not okay to just like straight up try to diagnose a character or a person just because they seem to have the symptoms. You
I
don't know what the
believe the
actual symptoms are.
reason that this whole thing started with 863 thinking that a character had DID was because the term
This-
split,
Yeah,
splintering was
it
put
actually
into it.
started. It actually started way back when with the text messages
Yeah,
because
that he went
quote
back and
unquote
forth from
yeah.
irate to yeah. And when splintering came up in season 2, I directly went to Matthias and was all like, "Hey, we have some, I have a moderator on my server who has DID, and you guys were talking about DID on the podcast. We need to know, like, is this where the story's going? What's going on?" And he did assure me and the other, all the official mods, and I think they came out with it. Bailey did come out with a statement on 863 plus, and I think it's on Reddit also, that DID is not part of the story. No mental illness is part of the story. So basically, if a character does not, if a character, like, okay, let's just say Wes appears in our story and says that he had post-traumatic stress disorder, then you can talk about post-traumatic stress disorder. But if it's not in the story, don't talk about it.
Yeah, and
Simple
Pretty
as that.
much.
even if you talk
Not
about
in the story,
post-traumatic
don't
stress,
talk about it.
yeah, and like it's okay. Right now, I've seen a lot of discussion with the mind control stuff about Matt. It's okay to, at least for me personally, it's okay to see. He gets spaced out. He has some sort of dissociation, and in this episode, he just had this blank out and put the code, and bam, the code is done and the safe is open. It's
I
okay to call that small blank out dissociation.
I
I
agree
don't
with
mind.
Ink. Yeah, I don't mind you calling out symptoms as what symptoms are.
Yeah,
But
you can call out
I
symptoms because I mean it's
I
okay.
do mind
It's
when
okay
you
to
start
say someone is
pushing that
sad.
into a diagnosis.
Well, it's okay to say a character is sad. It is not okay to say that character is clinically depressed.
Yep.
Right.
That's a comparison. Yes.
Yes. So, but I mean, again,
I feel
I'm
like we
just
need to
kind of
see
like,
it.
if it's not in the story, don't talk about it. But there's a big difference from mind control to DID. Mind control
Some
is
stuff overlaps. Some
well,
stuff
mind
unfortunately
control
overlaps.
is, I mean, you can do it in hypnosis, but it is.
One thing that
It's not a
let me
not a
yeah.
clinical. What
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
word I'm thinking of?
No, it's a diagnosis. Yes,
Yeah, it's not a diagnosis to say someone is being controlled. That's not a diagnosis. That's a
yeah.
sci-fi. We're having fun with the
There
story.
can be an overlap in symptoms, which is what I think
Yes,
Ink is
yeah. That's
addressing.
what I was trying to say. I remember Jordan. We were talking about the denial factor, about both Matt and Ben denying that they're being mind controlled, and I did bring up on We Are Subject for yesterday that in the same way someone with DID will say, I am not traumatized, therefore I cannot have DID. The same logic might be applying to both Matt and Ben if they're actually being mind controlled. If you're in denial, you're in denial. There's no way around that.
Well, another thing is like, I'm sorry to call you out, Sir Rox, on this, but I mean, it could be aliens.
Yes, it's a
I mean,
Sorry.
why are we not talking about alien abductees? And it's like we have to go
It's a
into a
clone.
clinical diagnosis. It's like
It's a clone, Matt.
parallel universes. Like it's like let's just keep the story fun, like for everyone, please.
Make it fun, not
So-
clinical.
Yeah.
It's
Clone
Roxa. It is aliens.
Alyssa, I have my new favorite combo. Clone Matt in a cage.
Well, that being said, thank you for
Sorry.
bringing that up, Inky. That being said, let's go ahead and continue with the sponsorship. But yes, if you do want to get your posters, you do want to get your freebies. It's a quick download. I don't know if he still has his donations. So if you do the freebies, send him a donation, a tip. He works hard on these, and but he's been a huge sponsor of your podcast, and has done a lot of work behind the scenes for us. And an image of some of his posters popped up on the screen if you were watching on YouTube. Beautiful pieces, and I hope you guys get the chance to make your purchases before February 11th. If you do make your purchases, please use the code BISON15 to get 15% off of the entire store as his last goodbye to his store. And I hope you guys all give that even if it's going down and just downloading a freebie, I hope you guys can grab your stuff before February 11th. So, let's get through this episode. Sorry. I know we have so many theories that we have been. I know that Inky just wants to spill the beans about.
I have
I
some
genuinely-
theories on what some people are saying in the chat already, but I'm gonna wait until we get to that moment.
I always have a
do
pen
that.
and paper. I always have a pen and paper in front of me, and when chat triggers a theory, I write it down parallel universes.
I started doing that after like last week. I did the whole thing of taking stream steam what do you call it, the notes. I started taking the
Show
notes as
beats?
the episode went the show beats, there you go.
Mhm.
Because we use my show beats and Ether's show beats and make sure to do our own review of the episode on the Mondays.
Mhm.
And I just speed run mine, and as the episode is ended, I generally watch the episode in 5 minutes. at
There's
1.5
actually not much to
speed.
the show beats.
I'm sorry, what? It's not as much as last episode, because last episode was 4 pages, 4 A5 pages. But I got an entire paper, 2 pages.
Of this
Are
episode?
you kidding me? Yes, of this episode.
What? I was they walk in, they find a hole, that Matt climbs in it, finds a device and finds a safe, somehow miraculously opens it, finds a device and a piece of paper. They go downstairs and talk about it.
I feel like it's because Ink and I are a little more analytical of it.
Well, I try
No.
to see
I'm
the
surprised.
because come on.
I'm gonna
Everyone has
say-
watched the episode yesterday. That's why I don't
Don't
I
do
just want to get to
something
the theories. That's why I make the show
Yeah.
beats so short.
One big difference is that we talk about the theories as we do the show beats. That helps us
okay.
a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
Be safe.
Well, we are
Not
talking
spoilers,
about,
but-
if you're listening to this in the future, we are talking about, I crawled through a hidden tunnel I found in my walls. And so it basically just happens that after the very scary episode that we had last week, there was kind of an explosion because there's drywall everywhere. Would you call it an explosion, Inky?
It was an explosion.
I wanted an explosion noise. I wanted a Minecraft TNT kaboom.
Well, as someone who has had to deal with way too many speakers and headphones popping. It did not surprise me. I was like, oh god, something exploded. Oh, it was a PA announcement system like half of the people thought. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Sirax's gif that he just posted. Yeah, that was me. I was all like, there was supposed to be a kaboom. Like, what was the kaboom? Because like I was so confused at what happened. Like I kind of wanted them to like be thrown back or something. I don't know. I just wanted
Makes
Michael
sense.
Bay. I
Yeah.
wanted Michael Bay. I wanted a kaboom.
Okay.
But that's just chaotic Artemis. So
No, it's okay.
I
Everybody
wanted a
wanted a big boom.
kaboom.
Everybody wanted a big
I
boom.
was so excited about the serum bomb. It never went off, and now we actually have a little explosion, and you didn't really hear it over the music. I want a boom, Matt. I want a boom.
Make it boom.
I want a big kaboom. But yeah, there was kind of like an explosion. They see that there is a speaker inside the wall that is kind of warped because it's like melted, and they realized what they thought was a hand was actually the speaker warping, the metal warping and melting and then exploding. So it wasn't really like a bomb. So I guess there wasn't a kaboom, but like it was a speaker blowing out. But still, sound is sound. I want a big sound. But I went to sound. And then Matt decides to climb into it, into this hole, and he sees like black mold. Like it's the same black mold that we saw in location 3, right? That's location 3.
Yeah.
I'm
it was
dyslexic
location
with
3.
numbers, so it's like,
Yeah.
is it 3
I
or
remember-
5?
No, it was 3.
Okay, so no, I think their studio's location 5.
Yeah. No, their studio's location 1.
Is it? That was 5.
Yeah. No.
I don't
5.
know.
I have never heard 5, I think.
I don't know.
Confusion. They working 1 and visited 5. Stay Southerner.
3. They in location 3, when they were in the like basement, there was that same black mold on the wall, and we see this in the crawl space. And then Matt comes upon a safe, somehow puts in 6 numbers and opens it. And inside is a new device and a project change form. And which the
Yeah.
project change form was initiated, was the authorization was Wes. And it's the project name, Project Spire. Location is going to be off-site. Headcount to be determined. Department executive. Target date as soon as possible. That doesn't help us, Wes. And can you please put dates? We get a signature. And I'm not going to go into the whole paragraph. We do get an ID number, which is 16, 18, 15, 10, 05, 03, 20. And the commencing date is 8/6/3. The same day that we see supposedly Wes getting shot.
Yeah.
Um,
The everything like the judgment's still out on that one.
Okay, I'm back.
okay,
But-
we are talking about the commencement date is 8/6/3. So we are talking about that, and we are also going over. Basically, that's the show beats. Like, I didn't go into detail because if you guys didn't see the episode, why are you here? Go watch the episode. It's 20 minutes
Go
long,
watch-
and we'll
You-
probably
you
still be
just need
going.
to go- if you put it 1.5, 1.25, or 1.75, you'll be fine. You'll be able to binge it. I managed it, so can you.
Yeah. So theories. Inky, you were
okay,
spilling yours while we were doing the countdown. Go ahead.
Oh god, I was not. I just sent Ether a very vague photo of my notes, okay?
Yeah, I also at some point want to bring up my opinions and my thoughts of what a lot of chat,
I
at
mean,
least in
we can
Discord,
start
was
with
saying.
yours. You can start with yours. You're the actual guest here. I am just the moderator who's the stepstone in both worlds.
I've been watching a lot of chat, at least on the Discord, focus on the numbers, and there's a few things I've seen from SB Inc. My home server, and there's a few things I thought of personally from like listening and reading people's comments, which is a lot of Matt saying like, I don't know, I don't remember what I put in. If we're hearkening to this moment of forgetfulness, one, he was under a lot of stress. That's the first thing to think of. Two, he something you see him the second there's a second where it clicks, and you see him pause and think. Now, if we're running with the mind control theory, maybe it's this moment where he remembers somebody else's memories, right? Because something that's been talked about in this situation is that it's less of a mind control and more of when you're controlling this person or their thoughts, they can also see yours.
That makes me think of Pink Diamond, not gonna lie. If anyone's familiar with Steven Universe, it makes me think of Pink Diamond. I don't like the thought of that.
But it's also possible that because of this split second remembrance, he kind of like he seemed to hastily type something in. A theory brought up in SB Inc. was that it was recalling back to when Ben said, I'm gonna click on it and
Come on, you got this. Like, whoever typed it out is...
yeah. I'm scrolling back to who said it.
Here's a funny thing. One good thing of you being here is that we're not just limited to the point of view of Subject for Podcast, Science Babes podcast, and
Oh, I had
hours
to
if
delete
it
that
counts.
comment. But it was 16/22/01 when that happened. Somebody pointed out that it could have been that.
Yeah.
I had to have that message deleted because it wasn't sent in the right chat, so it's not there
Valid.
anymore. But
Valid. Yeah, don't blame you. And hey, you memorized it. You memorized it. So
we do know we're looking for 6 numbers because there were 6 beeps.
yes, that's why that was brought up, is because there was 6 buttons pressed. But also there is the thing that there was
the letters A and
B. Yeah.
Jinx.
So
my types counts.
So when I was on with the Science Babes, I gave the idea of that it could be the number 797487, which is telephone code for Cyphus.
That's smart.
We also have 77473, which is Spire.
Yeah.
The only thing is those are 5 digit.
If it
5
was
digits,
Spire,
so we needed the A or the B.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna bring up.
Yeah.
But it was Ink, you just watched the episode, so you might remember
Yeah.
this a little more. Wasn't it right after they brought up Cyphus?
Yeah, I remember someone saying that as soon as Cyphus was mentioned.
He said,
And I
"Yeah,
think-
let's try that."
Yeah, I think it was.
So I think it was what I brought up in ours in SB Inc. was that or actually I think I brought it up here, was that it could have been the number letter correlation for either Spire or Cyphus. I did bring that up here too. Yes,
Yeah.
that was for 590, but after he tried 590, he kind of looked aside and thought about it for a second.
And that's why
Yeah.
I thought he was trying to do like the phone number.
Yes.
Did he have his phone out with the
No.
flashlight?
No.
No. Okay.
No, it wasn't.
He
It was
only
a
had the
lantern.
camera and the lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At first, he went with a headlight inside. I'm not sure why.
It's
Matthias.
smaller.
It's Matthias.
It's smaller and easier to use because he
Hard
was
to
already
point
carrying
with.
a camera. Well, but he was already carrying a camera, so he kind of
True.
needed that second hand to drag him through.
True.
There were a couple of issues that I saw. So when he tried, it was the last 3-digit number that they told him. I think it was 590. He pushed B as like an enter, and
Yes.
it double beeped. And when he put in the 6-digit number, we never got a double beep. So
We never got the confirmation beep.
Yeah. So that's weird.
Are we sure that it's not 5 letters and the last beep?
No,
confirmation
it's
beep?
beep, 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 not beep, beep. It was definitely solid, toned 6
Yeah.
digits. So,
Mm.
I mean, it could be Cyphus A, Cyphus B. But then when I saw it was AB, I immediately thought absolate, and he just pushed AB for the like actual. But that's too many
Yeah, maybe.
numbers, isn't that?
I don't know.
Hold on, I have to write. Yeah, that's too many
It's fine.
numbers.
Because it's just after he said, I just pressed a bunch of random numbers. I'm not sure if it was because I was at 1.75 speed watching this.
By the way, it
But-
wasn't 2 beeps, it was 3.
It was 3 beeps.
Yeah,
The
it's like
confirmation was 3
it's a
beeps.
trill. Yeah, it's a trill beep, and that never happens on whatever
Okay.
number he put in. So
Okay, so one thing I did notice, and I'm not sure why we've lately becoming more and more aware of the soundtrack, but when he said I just pressed a bunch of random numbers, a different kind of theme played. Like as soon as they went in, as soon as he saw the safe, no, when Matt was going in, there was like this very light 863 theme, very well hidden. Mike Badal, you're a genius. I could barely tell it was there the first time. But after
Sorry.
it changed to something I not recognizing. And I'll just say the sequence of notes in case anyone wants to like try and figure out from the soundtrack if it has popped anywhere else. AGD, AG, E mine, E flat. There we go. That's a word in English.
so AGD, AG,
E flat. That's a theme I did not recognize from listening to the soundtrack too many times. I did not recognize it anywhere. And it upsets me. Because usually that's an indicator of something like touching new territory.
I don't know why, but I'm all like age. Age b. Because a flat is a little tiny b. Age b. Sorry.
I looked back at the footage.
Yeah.
From distinctly that moment with the safe. The difference with the 3 beeps and the proceed is I think that was see, the 3 beeps happen, but when he pans back to the thing after he enters the 6 codes, or 6 numbers, letters, whatever, it doesn't, the proceed doesn't flash. It's the green open that is on. You don't see that the first time.
Did he
Watching
reset
it
the
through.
safe? Did he somehow reset the safe?
I
It
don't know,
might
but
have
it
been-
did sound. Remember, Woods was like, "Oh, it sounded like he got it."
Yeah,
It really did sound like he
it
got it.
really did. It's possible that with 590 and that B, that it unlocks. So, my dad used to work for a Christian camp, and there were these locked keypads that you had, like, that had programmable numbers and stuff, and there was these reset codes or these set codes that would allow you to type in your own custom code. Maybe doing 590B reset it, and then Matt typed the same code twice, which entered a new code for it to open too,
Yeah.
without knowing, maybe.
And that would correlate with him saying, "I don't know, I just pushed in numbers."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense for just.
You're
me
the
pushing
only
numbers.
one. You're the only. That was like that. Right. That little like brain segment is the only thing that I've ever heard from a Subject 4 member on Matt's side. Like, well, maybe he was punching in random numbers. I love that. That's funny.
And this is from literal experience with similar lock pads.
I love that. I love that. We have
My
one.
dad,
just
my
pressing all the
dad
buttons.
went
Yeah.
so far. My dad went so far to install one on our house. So I know how it works.
Well, that's one way to make houses safe. Just make houses out of safes.
Right?
Just make actual safe houses.
Yeah, they'll be
Safe
safe
houses are not safe. Safe houses can be unlocked with a key.
Yeah, we just need to live in a giant safe. I'll
Yep.
make that on Minecraft. Not really. I am building Lord of the
no.
Rings.
Oh no, there goes.
I'm gonna go out of my way to find enough copper to build the outside of my base.
I am scared.
You're gonna get so
I
many
am
lightning
scared.
strikes.
I am scared.
Oh god.
Genuine new fear, especially considering who you have.
Let's
Mhm.
so okay. Let's jump to
have-
what was in the safe. We talked about how he got into the safe. Let's talk about the
Mhm.
stuff that was in the safe. Do you guys have any theories about the project change form?
Oh, not
I
exactly.
didn't really focus
yes
on the
and
project's change form. I
I
of
did.
thought more about what the fuck
You're fine.
what the crap the device was. I didn't say that.
No, I didn't hear
Nope.
anything.
I didn't hear anything. It was
the-
a pure sneeze.
The one thing on the bottom of the change form, if you are a plus 863 member, they have put the project change form. It is up in the evidence, right? How did I get this?
I don't know. I don't think tier 1 has access to Notion.
Oh, okay. Well, we do have a identification number. It's 16, 18, 15, 10, 5, 3, 20. And if you look all those up in the alphabet, it spells out project. And then we have the commencement date at 8603. So, here's my theory.
Oh god.
Is this him making Project 863?
Do you think Project 863 was like the plan to stop Spire in
Well,
case
this
it
is a
went wrong?
project change form The project name is Spire, and I
was
think
also-
he's changing it to Project 863.
Oh,
So it wasn't Deb's creation. Deb is second because it says that
If Deb is unable to, if
I'm
not
not
here,
if I'm not able, Deb will take over, and that this is Wes's project.
yeah.
yes.
So 863
reason-
is Wes's project.
And the reason it switched from Wes's project to Deb's project, in theory,
Bang,
is
bang,
the
bitty,
incident.
bang, bang. Yeah, it was because of the pew pew.
Yeah.
This
Mhm.
this one is gonna stay. Don't worry, Artemis. This podcast episode is safe from
Oh no,
strikes.
go yeah. Oh okay.
Not strikes,
please,
but,
please do that. I need to pay nugs. He's the only one on payroll right now.
True. I do have a thought about the creamer getting spoiled.
Well, Christy said Deb said Project 863 is her project, but how? I think it was. But why would Deb say turn off the spire? If the spire is being transitioned to 863.
I think I know. When she went into hiding, it probably just got handed off into a random person. Or someone else entrusted more than Deb. We don't know who that is. 2, we don't know if this person could have turned the car back around, so to speak.
Wasn't there comments about, I think in the literal episode, about how sorry, hold on. Brain processing.
I know. Sometimes the brain needs to catch up to words.
Yeah,
I feel that.
Okay, so there was a point brought up where I believe Matt or one of the subjects says, so Spire's a real building. And then somewhere
Bailey said
on
that
that day, wasn't it said that it was built to spread antidote? Wasn't that on what they read through of like the description?
Of the spire?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Honestly, I'll
Honestly,
go back and listen to it again. Hold on.
the spire. I've always thought the spire was a mystery. That Deb said that we needed to shut it down.
Yeah, Deb said that we needed to shut it down.
So how do you shut down a building?
You kaboom. Here's your big.
You kaboom. There's my
Here's
boom.
your big.
I want a explosion.
There's your big explosion.
Boom.
While we're all thinking of that, I've been trying to find the words to voice my thoughts, and nobody's coming with a concise way of saying this. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary peeps, systems and singlets. Oh god. Does everybody here remember our beloved Apple II?
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Does everybody remember Deb suggesting that some of the logs had been manipulated?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And I believe that it was the log of B27 and her talking about euthanasia, which was a hazelnut, codename Hazelnut.
Thank you for reminding me that we suspect that B27 was onto this project. Okay, so on the Apple II files, and according to this note that we just popped up, we are 100% sure of 3 people who knew about it, or at least 3 people we think who knew about it, and 1 person that definitely did not know about it. Hold on. Sorry, my dude. No spamming. Wes? People that know. Wes, Deb, B27. People who are not to know about this. And Scott. Scott with the peppermints. 4 people that we know. And Nelson is the one who's being kept from the peppermints.
See,
Now-
I
Okay, I
got
found it.
stuck. I got stuck. Oh, what did you find?
In the in the notes section on this page, it does discuss the antidote and about the antidote working, which is kind of harkening back to what I originally thought, which was the Spire is another kind of dispersal bomb, which is that dispersal bomb made for the antidote, not the serum.
Mm,
Just bringing that up.
yeah.
Well, if it could be used to disperse one, it could be used to disperse the other.
Well,
It's a matter of turning the car around.
yeah, replacing the liquids. Inky, I'm gonna go ahead and read the project change form where we're talking about peppermints.
Yeah.
Listed below in the notes section, I can't read that. All other plans were left with Deb because she is the safest option right now. Scott will put the bowl of peppermints on my desk in the morning. And I just thought it was funny because it's like we have hazelnut, we have caramel, we have vanilla, and now we have peppermint, and I'm like, that's a creamer. So I named this podcast "They're Out of Peppermint Creamer" in the break room. It could be a new creamer. Who knows?
It could, like, the Agent 47 is saying that the peppermints could be, that the spoiled creamer could be a sign saying, hey, the old code is now useless because somebody found out. There we go. I found the last sentence that I needed for what I wanted to say. What if Nelson figured out the creamer?
Hold on. Yes.
Well, Nelson would know the
continue.
creamer because hazelnut was spoken to not only B27 and Deb, it was also Deb and GR talking. So GR was the military contract.
GR might have also been faking it to Nelson. Everybody could just be like,
well, why?
Be like
because Nelson was
the
only one on GR's side.
Okay.
What's that?
To bring up what Doak. I'm totally doing great. Duck
out
said,
of the two of us, you're the native speaker. Come on, do a little bit better.
No, I know. Duck said the antidote works to a point, meaning Matt may not be able to be cured anymore. May being the operative word. Something to remember, and what was stated in the note section that he did read was that hold on, brain processing again. That this was about the experimental version.
No, the experimental version was
that
no
they
longer...
couldn't, that they weren't, that the antidote doesn't work on the experimental version, which we do not know whether the serum dispersal bomb was the experimental version or not.
Because it was a bunch of old vials that were probably there.
The prototype, you mean? The prototype that was in the trap?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe that since it had been there, and since it had been there to catch
Deb,
it might have been the experimental
was probably one? Well, I feel like it was probably the old ones.
Yep.
Given based on how old the
it was waiting there since before 2003. Are you kidding me?
That's basically that's what I'm trying to say. So yeah. I think that it is the old serum that he was infected with, which would then make it so
Matt's
that
incurable. Oh no.
No. the antidote worked on the old serum, not the experimental serum.
Oh, wait, so you're saying that the experimental is not the old one?
No. Because
Ben was patient serum.
Ben was patient zero, but Ben also started from what we can see from many episodes ago, that the that
Yeah, he started experimenting on himself
Yep.
before it was a confirmed prototype.
Yep.
Well, he experimented on himself, but it was tampered and something happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that. But
So
also, Deb did say it wouldn't work on Ben, but if it worked for the dispersal bomb with the antidote they already had, like, it either would work for everybody or it wouldn't work for anybody, which would mean everybody would be infected.
That does not comfort me.
So if it doesn't work for everybody, everybody would be infected. But if it would work for everybody, Matt has the opportunity of being saved.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying here.
Yeah, like, it's not too late for Matt, it's too late for Ben.
Yes.
Sorry, Benjamin.
I'm going to throw this theory into the fire, because it kind of backs up the bomb, kind of in the, and what your train of thought is going. I want to go to Operation Peppermint. Operation Peppermint was the code name given during World War II for preparations by the Manhattan Project. It was the United States armies to counter the danger that the Germans might disrupt the June 1944 Normandy landings with radioactive poisons. So,
hold on, you're onto something here.
Operation Peppermint in World War II was to counteract radioactive poisons. What do we know that's a radioactive poison? Ding, ding, ding. Pegasus serum.
Okay, so I've been spending way too much time listening to and watching radioactive documentaries about radioactive and radiological poisoning. I just wanted to bring that up. I've spent way too much time deep diving on radioactive things. So
Go Pop King.
So remember, keep the Operation Peppermint was in World War II to counteract the Germans' attempts to stop the Allies going into Normandy with radioactive poisons. And let me read the Project Change form right at the bottom. The notes. Project Pegasus has reached a breaking point that one that I cannot ignore any longer. I need to add that this is needed to the Spire project before it's finished. The antidote should work on the current
iteration.
Iteration. Sorry, I can't see it with that fold of the serum, but only just, which unfortunately means that those suffering from the experimental version, like Ben, won't feel the effects. There is a chance that it might get better if he would just stop the injections. I have hope for him that the volatile nature of that cocktail wears off. The Spire is still under construction with a small group, very much under the radar. It should be easier to get the work done without many noticing. Using a mixture of electromagnetic waves and the serum antidote should be enough. But time will tell. This has to work. I need this fail-safe. Project 863, basically. Right below it.
I'm finishing writing down a single question that popped up into my brain.
Okay, what was that question? Because basically, the Operation Peppermint falls right into what he just said. Operation Peppermint was preparing something for a radioactive poison. And it looks like this project change form is in preparation of basically the Pegasus serum and the Pegasus serum, but unfortunately the experimental versions that they used on Ben, he's not going to feel, this isn't going to help him. So I do agree that I do agree with Ether. This is not a building. It's under construction. It's a bomb. It's a different bomb. I do agree with Ether because Project Peppermint, this is all starting to fit like a big huge puzzle piece. But what was the what was your question that you wrote down while I was reading?
Okay, so the stalker isn't Ben.
No,
Right?
I think that's West. I think
The
it's
stalker
West, but
was
it's Stalker
the
and the Phantom.
The stalker was the one who injected himself with serum. What if Ben's serum has actually wore off all along, and we're all convincing ourselves that he's still infected because he's speaking some truths that we don't want to digest?
Well, the one thing is that he said that what he needed the serum to stay alive. He said that in season 1.
Girl.
But I mean, again, we thought we were talking to Nelson. We could have been talking to the stalker the entire time.
Yeah, that's
And
the thing.
Benjamin Cobalt was just intercepting the text messages and reading along, and that's why we have that change, is because there's actually 2 people replying without
knowing that the other is typing.
So you have a middleman intercepting the messages and then sending it along to the original person. But you can piggyback off of it. I would have to get Steph's brain on this, one of the science babes on this, whether you can actually be a middleman and get the messages, reply the messages without the original person
Here's the thing.
getting it.
There's the concept of cloned phones. Basically, a cloned phone is that whatever text messages are sent pop up on both sides, and because it's a clone of the same SIM card, text messages from both phones would count to the network as 2 different text messages from the same number.
Also, another thing.
Yep.
There are these web apps, especially in America. I don't know if they're in other, if they're known a lot more in other countries, that you can pay a premium for, or as long as you don't make many phone calls on, you have unlimited text messages as long as you continue to text on it. In which case, you could have the same number on multiple phones if you log into the same account on both phones.
Yep. And with the concept of eSIMs, it just gets more complicated.
Yeah. And I have used eSIMs before. I've had secondary phone numbers for that situation. Like, it works.
Yeah.
I've had the same account on multiple different phones, so I've had the same phone number on multiple different phones.
Well, I mean,
so like it is very easily possible if they did it that way, and we only saw Matt's side, so it's very possible for
2 people to be texting and receiving the text messages at the same time, but don't see the other person replying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely possible to some degree.
I mean, this has to be a project change form for Deb's Project 863. Just the fact it says project on the bottom 863.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it says
a lot of off wipes.
It says location off-site. Yeah, it's in the future. Head count to be determined because it's in the future.
And it's too many people to count. It depends on how much the follower subscriber count goes up.
Yeah.
to use the new spire construction to insert a small and unnoticeable contingency.
3 random YouTubers plus whoever decides to tag along.
We're Artemis. If
No,
we're
you're not.
discussing it this way, we are the contingency.
Mm-hmm.
We're stopping Matt from going cuckoo too much.
We are the contingency plan.
Yes, let's just like
We were small
you're
in the
making
beginning.
some. Matt's sub count just went from a couple of numbers to how many subscribers is he on now?
A lot.
Yeah.
We were meant to be the contingency plan. If in theory, right?
I'm
I
hoping
see it.
so.
I see it.
Makes me feel
I see it.
special.
Makes me special. I
Let's
feel it.
let's step
Yeah.
away from the form really quick. What do you guys think about Soroxa here?
Soroxa is listening. Yes.
Okay. Soroxa,
Hi.
go
This
ahead
is
and
I.
go ahead and say your stuff.
Go ahead and
about
go
the
ahead and
object. Do
type
you want to
first.
share what you found earlier?
Well, aliens.
Aliens.
It's not aliens. Gosh. No, on the you saw something on the device and you immediately recognized it. You can hop up on stage if you want to, but you can't talk about aliens.
A comment on the YouTube says, I think the contingency plan is the absolute, which is possible.
Yeah.
That is also possible, but I like running with the theory that we are the contingency plan, so I'm gonna stick with that for now.
Everybody here on stage likes feeling special, except us, because we're not important. I've decided.
Excuse me?
Yes.
I almost said a bad word, but excuse me?
Yes.
Squatter.
Fight me.
He noticed little green men.
The green men.
Squatter. So glad you weren't here for the beginning when I told everyone how much I hate you, because how much I love you, and now I'm going to tell them how much I hate you. Hi, Mr. Buffalo.
Whilst we're waiting for Soroxa to finish typing, just because I interrupted the other sponsorship before. Hey guys, Cord is ending these projects. Go, 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 go. Bye, 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 bye.
Use
Tip,
Bison 15.
donate. Yes, let's
Tip,
go.
donate.
Go.
Go, 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 go.
Get your freebies, get your posters, get your apparel, get your mugs. Use code Bison15 to get 15% off. You have until February 11th.
Yeah.
Go, 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 go.
Speedrun.
Go, everybody,
get
go.
your
Buy everything
stuff.
you can.
Look at those beautiful posters.
Wait, it's the 10th? It's the 10th for me already. It ends after tomorrow for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's the 9th.
Yep, immediately opens up to a I'm sorry,
Squatter,
but I'm closing the
can
shop.
we have another week?
One more week. One more week.
Or can we have one more season? I don't get paid until next season. I get paid 3 times a year. But yeah, please head over to Crouching Bison. 2 extra days.
And
Sorry,
if you
guys.
get the freebies, if you can, do donate.
I do have to say, do you still have that donation up there, Squatter? If you don't,
He does. He does.
Somebody
Okay,
said
good.
he still does.
All right, please donate. He is giving a lot of art away for free.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. What did you... That looks like a cartridge of some sort.
Like a plug of some sort that is very
I'm
reminiscent
thinking-
of something.
I'm thinking either an NateDsz cartridge, even though I'm not from that generation of gaming.
It's too small.
Or
I
or
grew up with an
something to
NES.
Or something to
yes.
plug into the Apple too. NES, that's the one I was thinking of. Yes.
Don't
Tell
think
us.
Apple II. Don't think Apple II.
No, I'm not thinking Apple II, but it looks similar to a DisplayPort.
Yeah.
What other machine could it hook up to? I don't want to say it. I just want to lead you guys there.
And I think that screen could like display.
Again, I
either-
just said DisplayPort, which, if it is a DisplayPort, it goes straight to a PC.
Think
But
early 2000s. Roxa, I was born after that.
Yeah.
Think storage, not
Roxa,
display.
know your audience.
I was born after that, Roxa. You're talking with people mostly from 2003, yeah.
Storage. I'm hoping maybe if I repeat it enough to myself that somebody's gonna say something, but it's not happening so far.
You're a bunch of old guys.
There are so many people over 30 in my brain, it's not even funny.
Yeah, sure. Also,
Can I go ahead and say it's Roxa?
Just say it. I'm losing my mind.
I was about to make a joke at your system, but don't worry, I'll just DM it to you.
Okay.
I'm doing it one word at a time. One letter at a time. Look, I didn't tell them.
Oh, I'm just fucking dumb.
Oh my! I have never seen an Atari. That's my issue.
No, I'm
no.
so dumb
Hard
because
drive?
SATAs are how you so in PCs, SATAs are how you connect your hard drive to your motherboard. A SATA cable is a storage cable.
Oh, is that the cable I have plugged in from my external hard drive to my PC right now?
It's not the same, but it's
Oh.
similar. It is very similar.
Oh god, I had one right in front of my eyes.
Hold on.
That's disappointing on my part.
So yeah.
Hold on. No, now that I look at it, it looks exactly like a SATA port.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
This is what a micro SATA looks like. Hold on.
I recognize the part of it that connects to the hard drive directly.
Yeah. So
sorry.
That makes a wait.
This is what a micro SATA.
The Apple II's destroyed. So what else do we got?
A SATA can connect to a PC, which can also.
It was in the scenes in the next episode.
It's the RSD, obviously.
Yeah, there you go.
But
and say portable RSD.
That's what a micro SATA looks like, by the way.
Oh,
it's what the new SATAs look like.
Well, then you're gonna have to tell me what this one.
Well, if you look at the display at the top, it like is clearly to locate something. So,
yeah.
But the thing is it an RSD? Is it the other function that the RSD had? I don't know. It is.
This is what the old SATAs look like.
Wait, could it be like a database of other serum locations? And then just display those on the RSD? Oh, it's a signal detector.
Does that make it the original RSD? Was this what was originally made as an RSD device?
Sorry, Southern. Squatter says it's the opposite of the RSD. So Southern put a DSR.
No, it would be an ASD. No, wait, no.
Excel. I actually have one of those. I'm I accidentally clicked on the recording room on my phone.
I'm so glad we have a peanut gallery.
Oh my god. No, I said ASD, which is what I meant to translate to antidote serum detector, but ASD also stands for autism spectrum disorder.
Oh,
God.
I am the peanut gallery. Sorry. Well,
oh my god, I'm crying.
should we bring up some
Welcome.
people up here, Inky?
Yeah, on my way.
I think so. We've been going for a
Let's
while.
see. Let's see who we have. We have. Oh,
If you
there's
have
a
questions,
tier 3.
observations, or theories, please raise your hand in the Discord. I am watching chat, so if you are on YouTube, I am watching chat. So go ahead and post your theories
Oh.
if you can't get on the Discord.
Did we have Southerner appear recently? I genuinely cannot remember.
I don't remember.
'Cause
I don't call them up.
We have mostly tier 2 and tier 3 up here. So first things first, tier 3 Southerner, come on up. I sent you the invite. And since we are talking about tier members, I'm sorry. I have the big need to say we have memberships on YouTube that gives you podcast perks, especially here on Discord. Tier 2 and up does give you access to our Minecraft server, which gives you chances and like private VCs with the mods and such. Hello, Southerner.
Hi,
Welcome
Southerner, the peanut gallery.
No. Hello, I was letting Inky finish talking.
Thank you.
No,
Peanut gallery.
Artemis, did I kill you with that one?
It's the opposite. I just, you know what I liked about that so much is that you did it to Squatter.
Exactly.
Because he usually does that stuff to other people.
It was just one of those ones where it was like, it was one of those ones where it's like he said opposite of RSD, and my dumbass moment went, DSR?
Dumb butt.
Yeah, dumb butt. So did you have a theory, question, observation?
I kind of did, kind of didn't. It was, I don't know, it was a weird episode for me to think about because, like, so I know someone was talking about how someone said when it was referring to the hand, they said what we thought was a hand. I'm sorry, that was definitely a hand. It definitely was. I mean,
it definitely felt like a hand, okay? It was scary. It was hand shaped.
I had a joking kind of theory from last episode. It was like when Woods said hello to the body, it didn't like how it said hello back the first time, so it was just trying to give him a high five.
Just trying to give a high five.
Yep. No, but theories. So I just can't. Okay. So I know at the beginning I was like, kind of at the beginning of this, I was like, I can't see any other scenario other than to trust Deb. But after today's episode, I'm kind of losing it.
What's
Valid.
that? Yeah.
Don't blame me.
Or this, yesterday's episode. I'm kind of losing the trust. Like,
Of Matt?
I mean, no, of Deb.
Oh, Deb. But if you think of it as Operation Peppermint, and you think about it as the bomb for the antidote.
Right.
Oh,
my brain. My brain.
If it was a bomb full of antidote, why would?
Because Nelson figured it out and put the serum in it, and that's why we need to stop Project Spire. That's what my brain went.
Makes sense.
Dang. Okay, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
And I can't get over the fact it keeps tripping my mind. Why did Matt suddenly know a code to put in that locker. And I know, Ethan, I think it was you. You were like, you beat me to it by like half a second. I was about to type it in chat. The only way I could think of him knowing the code and then just magically forgetting is if the serum in his body gave him someone else's memory.
Mm-hmm. There is also my other theory, but
I really
both
like
are
that
running
theory. I
theories.
really like that other theory that he was literally just putting in numbers because he accidentally reset it. I love that.
I think it's funny, but also I think my like both could work.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean,
Somebody,
yeah.
I believe it was Raccoon. Somebody said that they did find the safe. So if we know
Yeah.
the safe, then we would know how to reset it, and maybe he did accidentally reset it, but I don't know.
Maybe.
Is
No,
Raccoon listening? Do I have to add them?
I don't know.
Raccoon is
I
not-
don't know
I
if it
think
was
it's-
Raccoon. Don't at them. But
I
it's
will
so
add them.
hard.
just
Join our
It was
Discord.
Raccoon.
it was
Raccoon.
Okay.
It was
I'm
so
just-
hard for me to believe that someone like Mac could just put in random numbers, get a code, and then forget. Like he had to have known. It's kind of like me trusting Deb when everybody else thought, "Oh, she's the murderer." I feel like he knows something, and that something could be this code. And he was like, "Let me try this. I know this team doesn't know it. Da-da-da. Let me see if maybe this is a code." Puts it in and it works, and then he's just like, "Oh, forgot."
I really wish it was like a ketone pad, so
Yeah.
we would have like the notes. That would have been so much easier.
Now I didn't really have it's not really a theory, but it's more like a call that Matt and the team could try. They've done it before with the Mountaineer. Fingerprint it.
Well, I mean,
Fingerprint.
we don't need to get into it anymore. I mean,
Sure.
Well,
unless
at
he
least-
wants to use it as cool dope or nope gadget. I don't know. I don't really need to
It's
get
The
into
only
it.
reason we would want to do that is to theoretically figure out what code he put in.
Right. That's what I was saying. Maybe the code's not just for the safe. Maybe it's for something else, and we need that code.
So we need a Bailey live stream of her figuring out if her boss is up to no good.
Right.
I would love that. I would
God,
very much
I
love
would
that.
panic. I think I would panic if out of nowhere, just like every single Discord server just starts getting a message from Billy of her asking for help.
Oh my
Right.
gosh.
I definitely would panic.
Wait, Bailey, if you're listening, Matt, if you're listening, stop. But
Get out.
Bailey, Bailey, if you're listening, Matt doesn't do TikTok. Go live on TikTok. He'll never know. He will never know. So
You'll have the entirety of Spellbound Inc. and Subject for Podcast and Science Babes and We Are Subject for. Everybody's just gonna like crawl instantly to help out. You're not alone.
go live on
Trust me.
TikTok or even just
Go
send a
live on
help message on TikTok. He'll never know.
He'll never know.
That will be
Especially-
our hazelnut creamer.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know. I didn't go back to relook at it because I was constantly busy with work since the video. But I swear that I saw something in the back of that safe. I don't know if it was just me, but it almost looked like I saw like maybe like a thing for you to stick
It
a
was-
key into.
It was glued to the sides.
Sarah.
It looked like it was welded to the sides, not glued to the
Yeah.
sides. Just to put that out there.
Oh yeah, no, that was
Yeah.
definitely as someone who wants to be a welder and is taking welding classes. That is definitely welded.
I was in a welding automotive auto body class, and I
Nice.
have welded many times before. Know what I'm looking at? That's welding.
I want to go.
Hold on. Oh, you guys continue. We just have somebody that's like, who's saying that it's not a SATA
Yeah.
interface because it's
Very
too
full.
big. I'm gonna get pictures of what Syroxa is looking at.
Roxa said something since when?
Okay, no,
No,
disregard.
what the SATA port that he's looking at. I know that
Oh.
I know what Ether posted, but the one that he's talking about. That way, because Sarah is on YouTube, who's in her comments, and I want to make sure she can see this, or they can see this picture, because they're not in the Discord.
Okay, what I thought was a key in the safe, ignore that. I just went back and looked at it and realized it was a screw in the wall. But I mean, it could wonder if is that just to keep the safe in the wall, or could something be back there?
But at the angle Matt's holding it in this picture, of course you wouldn't see the pins or where the pins would go because it's really blurry.
It is. But knowing Syroxa, that is the best picture he could get of it.
Oh, of course. I'm not saying that that's not. I'm not saying that it's the worst
Oh, is that
picture
the
you could
one?
have gotten.
Oh, I
but-
am. That's a crap
I
picture.
think
Syroxa, get a new
someone
one.
I think someone found the safe.
Yeah, Doug found a replica of the safe.
Yep.
Sarah, up on YouTube right now, up on the video, this is the picture that Syroxa is putting out there. He also says, you see the L shape of the SATA port on the left and the power point on the power
entire
point,
bottom of the device, though.
yeah, on the right. So if
It's-
you look at the pictures that I
it's a
posted,
small port on the right.
yeah, if you look at the pictures that I posted, it's the, but if it's the entire bottom of the device, then it is too big. It's not, because you have to go over the edges of the picture I just showed it. So it's not just the pins. We're not just looking at the pins. We're looking at the entire shape. And yeah, it's also
what she's
homemade.
What she's referencing is the device. Yeah. Can you show her the picture that Syroxa sent us
Yes,
in the Discord? Because that's where the disconnect is.
Okay.
So there was one. He wanted me. Mysterious Wolf DM'd me, and if it's all right with y'all, I wanted to put the theory that he had. He wanted me to say it. If y'all are cool with it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see a problem.
So they said, so I've got a new theory. Matt plugged in a code to the safe. I think this is going to be kind of like what we all think or whatever. Matt plugged in a code to the safe. It was the right code, and then he didn't remember, in quotes, what he put in. He told the team that he just, quoted, pushed random numbers. Did he lie, or did he actually forget what he said? The second option frightens me. If he lied, it could have been a code that only he learned, or it could have been something he kept from the team and chose not to share. If he actually forgot, it gets a little more complicated. The numbers could have been actually random, or he could have just typed one of the random codes that they've come across. The most disturbing part of this is that it might not have been Matt thinking. If the absolute has anything to do with it, it could have been a paranormal suggestion. Creepy, but not as bad as it could be. But it also could have been mind control situation. I've been avoiding this for a while because A, I don't want to think about it, and B, it sounds nuts. So pretty much it's the same thing we're all thinking, but I just wanted to drop that for him.
Also, to harken back, didn't they ask him to put in 863 and then 080603?
Yeah, they said put in 0608 or 080603, yeah. Then they said put in
I don't think he
015.
did he?
I don't think he did.
No, he
but-
only tried 863.
But
Yeah.
I was
He
just
shot
remembering
down
that was-
the idea.
Yeah.
I just typed in chat that my new fear is what if Matt put his own birthday and that unlocked it.
Or what if he did one of the other members' birthdays, like
Like
Sam's, or
Sam's
Right.
or sorry, Matt. Fuck.
Woods.
Wait,
That one.
Ether, you just hold on. You just sparked my interest in something.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you said, what if he put you and Inky? Inky said, what if he put in a birthday? If we recall, they had files of when Woods got
Yep.
of Sam when Sam got
They
into
predicted Sam's birth, so like
Sam's birth. They predicted when, or they got, they had the letter that she got when she got accepted into some, I can't think of what it is, dance school or something like that.
it was her
To move
first.
to the
It was her first acceptance letter for an acting agency.
Right,
Wasn't
that.
it for her
And
to
then they
move
had,
to the US?
It
and then
was
they
right when
had,
she moved to the U.S. Yeah.
Yeah.
right, and then they had Woods. They had like Woods, what, birthday or something like that.
Woods was. They had everyone's birthday, and they also had Woods' school acceptance letter or rejection letter. Was it? Yeah, I
That's
think it
what
was
it
a
was.
rejection letter.
Yeah, it was a rejection
And then
letter.
for Matt, they had
They didn't have anything from that,
Him
did
getting
they?
no, they
no,
did.
they had his firing. They had the letter of his leave when before he bought the
first base,
studio.
whichever one
Yeah.
was.
Oh. Okay, because what I was gonna say was they had something on Sam, they had something on Woods, but as far as I know, they didn't have anything on Matt. So maybe this was something on Matt, quote unquote. Maybe this was a code
How
for.
horrifying would it be if Matt as a kid had like these subliminal messages of some code or something like that, and then he
Oh,
just
you
types
mean like
that
you mean
code
like
by
a
instinct.
maybe
Like
like you know how some family members they have a saying that their family lives by and they grow up with and stuff. You talking about like that?
Something
How
similar.
can-
But also, what about this? You know how when you're going to a new job, they usually say like, "What month and year did you start? What month and year did you end?"
yeah.
Right.
What if it was a month and a year, not
Hmm.
blank, blank, blank? Like,
Well,
not.
it could be.
Oh wait,
So it was
0603.
6 numbers. So it's month, day, year.
Or
That
it could have just been month, year, with
like
4-digit year.
2003.
Yeah,
instead
so
of
it could have been
03.
like if it was today's date, it could have been 292022.
Yeah.
Or it could have
Or
just been
09.
2022.
Do you think it? Does anyone think that because he said there was an A and a B, did it have it in it? Like maybe it could have been like.
But the thing is when he hit A and B, the first time it did the trill, and we didn't hear a trill. So I don't
Yeah.
know if the A and B are enters, or I don't know. And to me, why would you put an A and a B on a safe?
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless, right, I mean, my thinking is, what if 590B was a master code? But
For all
like,
safes.
no, he readdressed that it was B. I
Yeah,
watched the
Squatter,
video
it
back
was.
like
Yeah, it was a B.
a little bit ago.
Yeah.
But when he entered 590B, the 3 trills happened, which could have been a trill.
Wait. He had placed a 3-number digit before that, right?
Yeah.
So the B could be the safe saying, hey, you're starting from scratch now.
Maybe.
Okay, so the one who lit up the grave, he said that would actually be a good attempt, but there was no S or L. He said it could be A B S A L H, be absolute.
Unless, because this was our original
It's
working
too
theory,
long.
Cyphus. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
okay.
too long, and there were 6 tones.
Yeah, it's too long by 1.
Remind me, didn't this, like, this
by
is in
2.
red base, right?
It's too long by 2.
This is in red base, correct?
if I don't recall, didn't
Yeah, here
Ben say he was the only one who worked in Red Base?
he
Yes.
was. Also,
Wait, what if this
here's
is Bond's
something.
office?
Here's something I want to bring up that people like. Everybody like kind of wrote off
Oh,
when they were listening through the wall of Red Base. Matt had said, and I quote, "We don't own the base behind this wall."
what if that's still Syntec? Is that what you're thinking?
No,
Well, you know, I think. Oh, go ahead.
what I'm saying is no, I mean there are multiple things that I'm thinking, but like
Too many people thinking at the same time. Relatable.
well, no, it's I don't want to get story breaky, so I'm not gonna. But Matt says that he doesn't own that base.
Well, see,
Is all I'm saying.
no. So I had that was part of one of my theories. I had a theory that he said he did not own the other side of that wall, the base, like that part of the base.
Yep.
So before we knew what came out of the wall, we just saw the handprint. I had a theory saying, what if Nelson is over on that side of the wall and is still trying to continue Syntec's plans and the serum and stuff like that? And then I kind of wrote that one off because it was like too far fetched.
Wait, no, wait.
Oh,
If you think, because like in other companies we have a parent company or like a rebranded, renamed company. What if the same company that Syntec like turned into and kind of pretended to write off Syntec now owns some of the buildings still?
That's what I was thinking because I said something. I said because in that
what if
theory
they're the tenants?
I was saying obviously they can't be named Syntec because that would just be a dead giveaway, and Matt probably wouldn't have even bought the building.
Mhm.
So what if it's something like, I don't know, Psy Industries or something, Psy-Fist Industries or Psy, like something.
I think honestly they would have noticed that by now with giant
No.
Syphus on the side
Yeah.
of a building.
I think because a lot of parent companies like just change
look
their
at
name to something LLC. Like
look at Facebook. They rebranded the main company to Metaverse to, disperse the rumors and stuff.
Well, to go to my theory about someone living in the walls, it could just be the
Dead.
person that is living in the walls. It could be the stalker who actually rents out that other side of that unit. But the thing is like the question isn't about the unit on the other side of this wall, because when Matt went through the crawl space, it's just the vault, and there's like no way that the other side could have even gotten to it.
no, but it's still above or in another unit that's supposedly not theirs.
Is it, or is it just in the walls in between their units?
And they got lied about the actual space they bought?
From how
It's Bruno. Shut up, Scar. Sorry.
well, from what Matt had talked about before, it was seeming that maybe there would be a chunk of space, but not that big of a chunk of space.
Well,
between
he said he didn't know because he doesn't have access to that side. And
yeah, but wait, hold on. I'm trying to remember. Does he own another base that's directly next to another unit that's directly next to another unit?
I believe blue and orange are right next to each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say I believe blue and
So
orange.
wouldn't that be a decent, somewhat basis of how close the units are together?
Well, has
Wait,
he
I
ever
get
put
where you're
a?
coming from.
He hasn't put a wall. I mean, he's broken a lot of walls.
Yeah,
But they were always
he hasn't
they
broken a
were
wall
always
between blue and orange. I know.
It was the stairs. The stairs. He's broken the wall in the stairs, and he's broken walls in between
He's broken
the
most of the
layout,
walls
the
these
office
stairs
walls.
and
But he's never
yeah,
broken in between two bases. So I
Yeah.
don't, I mean, why would he want to do that? So,
Yeah, that would just open up both bases into one big one.
Soroxa says, I'm thinking he just assumed that the space behind the wall belongs to another unit because they don't have a door to that room there. Not
Wait.
because he actually seen the floor plans or knows what space other units own.
Wait.
But
Okay, great. Go ahead.
but we are running out of time, guys. I'm sorry. We're going.
Okay.
So, and I have to get dinner ready.
Yeah.
We did go a little late, and we can literally go on and on about the floor plans. Like, still red base, and I've even asked Chanel, can we please get a layout and a floor plan to red base? And she was like, no. So, so I'm like,
No.
when I on
yes,
our
red
last
base is
episode-
2 units joined together, but there's no dividing walls, Sarah. So
On
he
our
wouldn't
last
know
episode-
what the wall thickness is.
on our last episode on 863 systems, I did at one point bring up a point. How many stairs are there in red base? Because I got so confused and I just I got so disoriented.
So
I
red
think there's,
base,
like,
red
three.
base is
There's
2
three now?
bases. Red
Yeah,
base is
people
2
say
bases, so there
4?
should be 4.
4?
Yeah, there's 4.
There's
Yes,
4
there's
different
four.
sets of stairs.
Wait, where's 4 then? Because I know the one where
You have the one in the entrance, you have the one on the side, you
Right.
have the one that goes down the other side from the theater, and then you have the one that's over there where the car is. Is it the car?
yeah, because
Yeah,
that's
the
where
Mountaineer. Yeah,
that's
because they were
where
trapped in it.
Deb's office was.
So yeah, you do have 4 sets of stairs.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
I know. I really want a layout because I'm like, I know blue base really well. Orange base is still kind of like meh, but not much has happened in orange base. But
Yeah.
red base, it's like, where are we? Like when they went into the theater room, I'm like, what?
The last episode, I got so lost. I was just I spent so much time on how many stairs are there in here.
Yeah, there are 4. I believe.
remember
I
we
think
had a
Chanel
debate
said
about that.
Oh,
We last Monday, as in chat, actually had a small debate over it. Ethan was like, "Are there 3 different staircases?" And I'm like, "No, it feels
Yeah,
like 4 or 5."
One by the
It's
GG
3.
gaming break room, one by the theater room, one right in there in the front, and where the server was underneath, and then the one that's in the warehouse.
4 then. So it's not 3 like we thought.
I'm about
it was.
98% sure that is all correct. Orange.
there are
Okay, so
multiple
it's
people
4
telling
now.
me 4. So like, Hannah, you lied to me.
Now Soroxa,
I
when
know, I
Soroxa
do.
talks about bases, you got to listen up because this guy, like, he was building. It was Blue Base, wasn't it? You were building Blue Base in a roller coaster game on your Twitch. I loved that. That was like my favorite content to watch. I was like, Soroxa's streaming. I have to like. I would be on stage here in the podcast, and I would get a notification that Soroxa was streaming his roller
You'd
coaster.
be like, "Let's hurry
he
up."
he was making an 863 theme park, and I was like, this is so cool.
Am I the only one in Soroxa's stream who just now? I've been watching him for like maybe a month or 2 now, and I just now figured out his background is a green screen.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's
Have I
Blue
been lied
Base.
to?
It's
Blue
blue
Base.
base, but it's
It's
a green
Blue Base.
screen, and I was like,
Yeah, he's
I
not.
even asked him.
He doesn't live in Blue Base. Yeah, he just
No,
comes
but I
out.
figured-
He just comes
I
out of
figured-
the walls and uses the computer.
No, I was
Oh, he
like-
also has
'cause I-
Mega Desk. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, where? I was like, I even asked him one time too. I said, "Is that a green screen or is it? Or are you really there?" And he's like, "I don't know. Am I?" And I'm like, "You're killing me."
He's the one that's living in the walls. So,
Ugh. Gasp.
sorry.
Shook it.
Somebody just DM'd me and they said it is interesting that they made a point to say that he did not own that space. Like story wise, that seems a little on the nose to say.
Yeah, I mean,
That
it's just,
is from Squatter.
He did very obviously say it directly in an 863 episode.
I know for a fact, just because he DM'd me this either, that you have his, like, he's going to be thinking about this when he tries to lay in bed tonight and going to sleep. He's just going to be like, why did he say that?
Oh god.
Why did he say
Hannah,
that?
I kind of broke Hannah, and she's like asking how many others there are, and I don't remember anymore. Just know that there's 4.
Hold on,
Hannah,
scroll up.
Hannah, next to the
it
theater
is-
room.
She's
it
not
is
here. She's not here.
next
That's
to
the
Two
thing.
records,
Oh, she.
entrance, extended base of
Okay.
red, and the warehouse.
We need Artemis, to the best of her knowledge, draw up a floor plan.
I honestly, I can't really entrance.
I know.
There is going to be a day.
Warehouse.
There is going to be a day where I'm at work where I'm just gonna watch the walkthrough videos, like the ones with the like thing, the directions, and I'm just gonna start sketching out.
I know. I
I'm
know
so
that. I know that Icero has been trying to sketch out the floor plans, but when we got to Red Base, they asked us. We asked Pastel. Pastel was just like, "Can I please have these? These are a really good reference."
So when
I
you
don't
go
know.
when you go up,
Nobody knows.
okay, I want you to picture Blue Base, okay? When you go up the stairs, you turn, you continue up the stairs, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You have the conference room, you've got the vault, you've got Sam's office, and you've got the war room. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 offices right there. Okay? In Red Base, same way, you go up the stairs, you turn, you've got those 4 offices, but you also, it continues down a hall to more offices, and you now are on that side of the base, which is basically kind of reversed a Blue Base. And the behind everything is the warehouse. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The only thing I can't put in my brain is where the theater stairs go.
Yeah, where did they start? Where did they end? How did they get there?
I know that they. I'm trying. Do they? I think they come out where Matt and Woods, like during the Woods' party, Sam was kind of hiding behind it, like where the theater stairs. You know, you would go up to go to the theater stairs. I think that is kind of over there.
I'm gonna go back through where they
But I don't know. I really
gonna go
don't
back
know.
where
This is
they're
me
in that
watching a
episode.
lot. The overnight, the very first ever overnight where it was them and the Click crew, and they were basically just playing games, and then they went to sleep in the theater room. That is where my knowledge of this Orange Base, my knowledge of that is old. Mike T. Dope or Nope. There was
Artemis knows orange. Artemis knows Orange Base like the back of her hand.
no
Yeah.
Orange Base, not so much. Just think of smaller rooms of, like what Soroxa said, smaller and narrow of Blue Base. But Blue Base, I know like the back of my hand.
Yo, we got a tier 3 sub live.
That was Orange Base, wasn't it? No, it was red. Because they slept in the theater room. The theater is not an Orange Base. And then they did the fashion show, like showing off their pajamas, and that was in Blue Base. And then they went to go play hide and go seek with the dodgeball in Red Base. That was
Yeah.
Orange? How's the theater room in Orange? Orange is too small. Cause that's where they slept. I don't know. We're spellbound people when you need them.
Right?
Where's Bailey lurking when we need her?
They were in the lobby area outside Dope or Nope, I thought. No, because Matt plays a
Brain
prank
breaking
on
more than I thought
them.
it would.
Matt plays a prank on them. by making a noise downstairs. I don't know.
I think everybody's conclusion from this is what Sarah 1390 is saying on YouTube. I think it's time for me to scrub the videos and drop a rough floor layout.
I've
Yeah.
already
Everybody's
said that like 3
agreed.
times.
Sriracha,
I know, but
Somebody-
everybody's reaching
Can
the
you
same
build
conclusion.
another Sriracha? Can you build another theme park but make it orange, red base?
Yeah.
Someone
it
needs-
all the
someone who
Use
doesn't
your
have-
blender magic.
We need
Someone
all
who
the
doesn't
bases.
have- Someone who doesn't have work constantly or school constantly to deal with, sit down and make us a rough
Sriracha
estimate.
Oh, I'm
definitely
allowed to
works.
do whatever I
so-
want when I'm at work, so like I can do it. Is what I'm saying.
Let's go.
We should have. I think that we should have like more than
So get
one
on it,
person.
yeah.
So
Okay,
we can
Project-
like compare.
Project 863 React says they started sleeping in 6, then Matt pranked them and they went to the theater room at 8.
They started sleeping in 6.
Yeah. Anyways, let's
started sleeping in orange.
we're gonna go. We gotta. I'm getting
that's what she
tired.
meant to say.
All right, we're gonna
Yeah,
have to
valid.
wrap it up here. Thank you so much,
Yep.
Southern. We're gonna have
Of
to say
course.
goodbye, but thank you for
Aw.
all your thoughts and thank you for reading for someone who didn't feel comfortable getting up here, and thank you for feeling comfortable getting up here and
I
being a
always
tier
will.
2 member.
Yes.
Yes.
Do it. Be a member.
Thank you, whoever tier 3'd. Thank you, Nora.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Southern.
Yep.
Alrighty, so we're gonna have to end it. I know that we only got to one person, but technically we got to like 3.
2 at least.
Well, he read somebody. I was reading Sarah's
yeah, we read
message
more
on
people.
YouTube. Then we
Yeah,
had
You're right.
we got to some in that lump, but I do feel bad that only a couple of people get up on stage, but that's what happens when you get like honestly this episode I've been craving for an episode like this where we got theories, where we got tangible evidence and not just a haunted house, but we actually have we're starting to get back to the story, we're starting to get back to the roots, and we're starting to dive into these theories. And I think that's one of the reasons why Ether, myself, Inky, like everyone else in the audience are all kind of like, oh, but wait, there's more. Like, but it has been a blast. Thank you, Ether. Thank you, Ink Knight.
Of course.
Thank you for
It
being
was
here,
fun.
guys, and
And
co-hosting
also,
with
like,
me.
yeah.
Well, Shades is on his sabbatical, and we still wish him all the best. And again, please, everyone, respect his space. And let's just be respectful of a person who has decided to step back a little bit. Let's give them their space and their time to deal with any personal issues or whatever they're going to go through. But yes, I do want to give out another shout out. Please go check up on crouchingbison.com for your 15% off of the entire store as a final farewell. Get your freebies before they are gone, before the 11th, and that is fastly approaching. And if you're listening to this in the future, I'm so sorry. You should have gotten it while he was here for 3 whole seasons almost. And also please go check out 863 Systems over on Twitch, spamming everywhere. Please check out the systems over there if you want to get educated on D.I.D or any other mental health disorders. And also just, it's not just a D.I.D community, it's also an 863 community. Go over, theorize with them, give them your theories, because again, you're probably going to be thinking like squatters going to bed tonight wondering, why did he say that? Or why peppermints? Like, if you come up with a thought, they stream right before the new episode. So check out them, get a refresher on the episode before the episode comes out on Tuesday. And thank you guys. And please, if you are on YouTube, give us a like. Consider subscribing and becoming a member. Tier 2 and up get the perks of the Minecraft server. Tier 1 still do get perks. You still get some perks.
Priority.
Yeah, you get a pretty
Priority.
color on Discord. You also get available to access to the rooms that Inky had talked about earlier. But yeah, thank you guys. We hope you guys have a very great week. We will see you Saturday. I promise. You will see us Saturday for Subject 4 Plays. We have a brand new Minecraft server. The members, the mods, everyone who is on there has been working really hard on their buildings. So we have new buildings to look at. So we'll probably walk through the new server and what it looks like, the new layouts and stuff. And we'll just enjoy the membership perks. So if you're listening to this and you're not already a member and you want to get in on that before we stream on Saturday, go ahead and tier 2 and up. Thank you guys. Be safe. Bye.